Hi, everyone. Welcome to Yoga Day. My name is Julia, and this is Abhishek. We're really excited to be with you today and hope you enjoy a fun program that we have planned for you. So, a little bit about myself before we get started and tell you our plan. What should I tell you? I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation for many years, and it's something that I find immense power and it helps in so many ways. And I really hope that you get to experience some of the benefits of it today. We're coming to you from Seattle, where it's a little chilly, so we're a bit bundled, but there is sunshine. So wherever you are, we hope you're safe and you're happy and well taken care of. So what else should I share about myself? I like to garden, I like to read, and Abhishek is going to tell you a little bit more about himself.
Hello, everyone. Very nice to be here. My name is Abhishek, and I am a software development manager by profession. I work at Amazon, and I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation for many years now. I think 15 years at this point, and I find it. Yeah, I cannot imagine life without it. Actually, at this point, I feel that it really helps um, balance out, and it really helps me deal with the stress of the workplace. Amazon is quite a demanding workplace, and it pulls you in all different directions, and it's really nice to have this tool to come back to balance and to come back to normal before starting the next day, and for it to not keep building up over time. So yeah, really glad to be here and looking forward to sharing a little bit about yoga and the very simple techniques of Sahaj Yoga with you today.
Yeah, and Abhishek is really, really excellent with all sorts of different instruments and music. So we have hopefully a bit of a treat as he helps us to go deeper in the meditation and to our yoga along with some music. So just a little background before we get started. Our agenda, we're going to have sort of an introduction of what is yoga and the origins of yoga, just a brief summary, and then a little bit more about why Sahaja Yoga meditation in specific before we get into the crux, where I'll lead you through a short meditation where you can experience it. And then hopefully after that, we'll go through a nice, longer, deeper meditation with some music that will help strengthen that sense of peace and balance and whatnot. So, um, any questions? Anything else we want to cover?
No, I think we can jump right in. So
Perfect.
um, I'll give a brief introduction to what yoga means. Right. So the term yoga, it's a Sanskrit word, and it means union or integration. Right, and it's really about integration with our inner self, the truest part of our being, and it is about integration with the energy that is all around us. You can say this is the energy of Mother Nature, right? That or this is the energy that's running the entire universe, right? The energy that powers the sun, for example, or moves the planets around, and so yoga is about integration with this all-pervading energy, right? And the term yoga, if you look at historical texts, you can find references to yoga as early as 1700 years before the birth of Christ. And this was early on in India, where people started seeking, this integration with a higher power, right? And so, but it was very obscure for a very long time. It was, one person doing it, really in isolation from the rest of society. And then at some point, I think about 400 years after Christ, there was this comprehensive text on yoga that was written again in India by Patanjali, right? And in there, Patanjali explained, very comprehensively all the different techniques that you can use to go about experiencing this union with the all-pervading energy, right? And so he described eight kind of different aspects of pursuing yoga, right? And one of those was physical exercises, right? And today, if you look at the term yoga, it is, we basically attribute it to physical exercises and physical fitness, um, but that's only one small aspect of how you go about go about yoga. But there are many other aspects. For example, there are breathing techniques that he described, which is called pranayama. Some of you, if you've tried out yoga, that's also pretty common term these days. And then meditation was another aspect of yoga. Um, And so basically he described, a comprehensive set of techniques. And you can think of it as, like an analogy for that would be medical science, right? Medical science has done a lot of research on how to cure ailments or illnesses, right? So if you found like an encyclopedia which had a comprehensive list of like all the medicines and all the techniques you would use, you can think of it as an equivalent to that, right? And if you have, for example, a common cold, right? You go to a doctor and you ask for a very specific medicine, like, hey, this is my problem, please tell me, like, what exactly should I go with, right? So similarly, with yoga also, um, you know what you do, like which exercise you do, for example, or which breathing technique you use, it really depends on, the on each person, like their tendencies, right, their background, their lifestyle, right? And so it's really important to have that sense of discretion in what exact exercise to choose. And in olden days, yoga is, again, as we said, 1600 years before Christ. So at that time, it was done, under the guidance of a master, a true master who knew the exact needs of the student, right? And exactly what was needed uh, to kind of unlock or unblock their way towards getting to this integration with this all-pervading power. And these days, that awareness, I feel, is lacking, right? Of how do you know which physical exercise is the best for me, right? Like if you have a cold, you don't just take up all the medicines that are available to you, right? If you have low blood pressure, right, then a medicine for cold is not going to help you. And even worse, if you take the medicine for high blood pressure, is actually going to hurt you, right? So similarly, if you do the wrong type of exercise, it may actually hurt, right? So so how does one go about knowing what what is the right thing for me? What do I need? And that's where Sahaj Yoga comes in, right? What Sahaj Yoga does is it gives you this inner awareness about what is the exact state of your being, not only your physical being, but also your emotional being and mental being, right? And it gives you an awareness really on your central nervous system. uh, just like we feel hot and cold, hot versus cold, if you touch something hot you can immediately feel. Similarly, on your central nervous system, it gives you this awareness of what is your inner state, and based on that you can choose what the right way to go about is, right? And Sahaj Yoga was founded in 1970 by Sri Mataji. And um, she she basically spent the first 45 years of her life um, figuring out what figuring out a simple way to to give this awareness to everyone, right? As we were just discussing, that back in the day, yoga was a very it was limited to a very few people. And these techniques, right, these are 2000-year-old techniques. And what she wanted to do was, her quest was to figure out a way, to find a simple technique that could be that anybody could use, right? Not necessarily only the people who want to leave all their household back and then go into a jungle with one piece of cloth, um, right? But common householders, right? And so she did a lot of work, worked with a lot of people throughout her early years. And and came up with a very very simple set of techniques which really make it very easy to get to the state of yoga, which is the union with the all pervading energy. And so that's what we're going to be discussing today. And Julia is going to walk us through basically, what a little bit of an introduction of what Sahaja Yoga is, and walk us through, a very simple exercise that gives us a flavor of uh, of what Sahaja Yoga can do for us. So, all yours, Ju.
So, with the Eightfold Path of Yoga that was previously described, it's the comprehensive text, as Abhishek said, of every single possible thing you could do to try to achieve this state of connection, of union, of yoga. And we're lucky because in this meditation, Sahaja Yoga meditation, yoga also means something that's spontaneous, that's innate, that's inborn. And so it's something that is also natural. We don't have to go through all of these steps to try to achieve this. It happens instantaneously now through this state of awakening our Kundalini. So if we have a chance, we can go very deep into knowledge of our own subtle self, where we have this energy that's within our sacrum bone. And when we have the desire for it to rise, it happens again, instantaneously, spontaneously. And it helps to rise through our subtle system. We have 7 different energy centers placed within us. And this is a description of that subtle energy centers. We have lots of classes, and of course, you can learn so much about this and help to unlock and decode and see what you're experiencing. But today, we're really going to focus on feeling this state of silence and feeling this energy as it rises. So let's get started. What I'm going to show you is a few steps, a short meditation where we're going to focus on awakening this energy, this Kundalini energy within us. It's a mothering, nurturing energy. So I'll guide us through several affirmations. I'll show you just quickly what we'll do. So that way, when we go through, you can actually have your eyes closed and you'll listen as I lead you through it. So we'll start with our right hand, placing it on our left heart, and we'll say some affirmations. I'm just showing you the locations of our energy centers right now. Then we'll move to our left stomach. This is where the 3rd energy center resides. Then, where the hip meets the leg on the left hand side, back up to our stomach, our heart, and then where we have the neck meet the shoulder, we can just press and we'll tilt our head gently to the right just so there's no tension. And then the forehead, the back of our forehead, we can lift our head up a little bit. So again, we're just resting our head in our hand. And then we'll stretch our hand and put the palm on the very top of the head on the fontanelle bone. And we'll massage here, asking this energy to please rise and pierce through this spot on our head. So I know that was a lot, but don't worry, I'll lead you through it. And again, what is meditation? What is yoga? It's trying to achieve that state of mental silence where no matter what's going on in our lives, no matter what we have to worry about to do in the future or what we think about, maybe feel bad about in the past, we just want to take a break from all of that and feel this peace and silence in the present moment. And that's what we're going to try to do right now. So I invite you all to open your hands, placing your palms face up on your lap, and we can close our eyes. And let's take a few slow, deep breaths, relaxing our breathing, relaxing our shoulders, letting all of the tension of the day go away. And giving ourselves permission to feel the peace of ourself. Again, slowing down the breath, relaxing our stomach, allowing our awareness to go inside. So let's take our right hand and place it on our left heart. And this is the energy center. In Sanskrit, it's called a chakra. And this is where our spirit resides, our true self. So silently inside, we can say, who am I? Am I the spirit? Am I my true self? Well, just ask and see what we feel. Who am I? Now let's lower our hand to the left side of our stomach. And this is the energy center that corresponds to our peace, to our satisfaction. It's hard to be completely at peace when we're trying to figure out what's best for ourselves. So here we'll ask silently again inside. Am I my own teacher? Am I my own master? Am I my own teacher? Am I my own master? As we say these affirmations, we allow the silence to grow after we say the affirmation. Am I my own teacher? Now let's bring our hand back to the second energy center where the hip meets the body, the torso. We can press a little bit if there's tension, but not too tight. And here, as we continue to relax our breathing, this is the energy center that corresponds with knowledge. And there's so much knowledge to acquire in this world that sometimes we get lost. There's too much to absorb. So to keep it simple, we desire to know what is the truth. What is reality? We want to experience this connection with the subtle energy. So when we express this desire to know the truth, then automatically the Kundalini energy begins to rise spontaneously. All we have to do is desire to know this energy. So here let's say silently, I want to know the truth. To this mothering energy, we ask, Mother, please give me the true knowledge, the knowledge that will allow me to experience the state of yoga. I want to know what is truth. So now that this energy has awakened, it'll start to rise through our central nervous system, through these energy centers. So we'll bring our hand back onto the stomach on the left-hand side. And rather than asking, am I my own master? Am I my own teacher? This time we'll know with full confidence that I am my own master. So inside, let's say together, I am my own teacher. I am my own master. I know what is right for me in every moment of the day. I am my own master. Bringing our hand onto our heart. Again, we affirm with confidence, I am my own spirit. I am my true self. We don't have to doubt ourselves or feel bad. We let that go. We feel this connection to our true self. I am my own spirit. Now, as we raise our hand to the left side of our throat, where the throat meets the shoulder, again, we can tilt our head to the right just so there's no tension. And in this energy center, when this Kundalini rises, it sometimes has trouble rising because we carry a lot of guilt or feel bad about something we've done wrong, maybe. And that doesn't help us, does it? It keeps us from being able to move forward. So here we can recognize, yes, there are things for us to learn, but we don't have to feel bad about ourselves. So inside silently, we can say, I am not guilty at all. I let go of any guilt trying to keep me from feeling good about myself. I let go of any guilt that tries to lower my self-worth. I am not guilty at all. So let's shake off our hand a little bit. If there's any heat, we can get rid of it. And now let's bring our hand onto our forehead. Again, we can lower our head gently into our hand so there's no pressure. And as you can imagine, this sixth energy center, sixth chakra, is corresponding to our brain, to our mental activity. And when the Kundalini rises through this energy center, it pierces through our ego and superego, allowing the thoughts to subside. And for us to have this space of mental silence, where we're aware of what's going on, but without thought, we have to forgive. Whether we forgive ourselves, whether we forgive others, if they've done anything maybe wrong against us, it doesn't matter. We let it go. Because we want to experience this state of yoga, this union, this sense of silence. So here we say, I forgive. I forgive myself, and I forgive everyone. And we truly let it go. We don't hold on to bad feelings. Mother Kundalini, I forgive myself, and I forgive everyone. It's hard to forgive, but when we do, we feel light. We feel free. We feel joy. So with full sincerity, again, let's say, I forgive myself, and I forgive everyone. Now stretching our hand and placing it on the back of our head, with our head tilted back into our hand, we ask this energy, this all-pervading energy, that if we've done anything, whether we know it or not, we ask this energy to forgive us for any of our mistakes. We do it humbly. We're all connected in this world, and our actions can have unknown consequences to others. So for any mistakes we've made, knowingly or not, we ask this energy to forgive us. And let's shake off our hand. And finally, stretching the fingers back so the palm has a little bit of tension. Let's place our hand on the top of our head, on the fontanelle bone. And we'll massage this spot, the seventh energy center. We'll do it in a clockwise rotation, so forward to the right, back to the left. We'll do this 7 times, asking this Kundalini energy to please open my 7th energy center, to please give me the state of yoga. So we can say, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Please let me feel the true state of meditation. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Now let's raise our hand, maybe 4 or 5 inches above the top of our head. And we'll just check to see what we feel. When this energy rises, sometimes we can feel that sensation of the energy above the top of our head, connecting us to everything around us. Sometimes we don't feel it. We're just checking. It's an experiment. Let's try with our left hand. Again, maybe 4 to 6 inches above the top of our head. Some people feel a cool energy sensation. Some feel heat. We're just checking to see, what do I feel? A lot of people feel nothing. It just takes time. So let's bring our hand back onto our lap. And let's keep our attention up where our hand was above the top of our head. Above our emotions. Above our thoughts. In that space of silence. And we're just watching. If any thoughts start to bother us, we just watch. And the cloud will drift by. Just like clouds drifting by, the thoughts will as well. We can choose to watch it and not engage. So as we continue to sit in this silent space for a few more moments, Abhishek will sing a short verse asking this energy to rise even stronger within us.
Jago, 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 Kundalini Ma करो सब पे कृपा जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा सहस्त्रार में आके सहस्त्रार में आके छू ही लेंगे वो हम आसमां जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा। मूलाधार में तुम बैठी हो माँ, मूलाधार में तुम बैठी हो माँ। सदियों से तुम सोई हुई, इच्छा हुई पाले तुझको, इच्छा हुई पाले तुझको। हासिल हो तुम जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, जागो कुंडलिनी माँ। करो सब पे कृपा। समा जाओ माँ मज्जा में अभी, सभी चक्र तुम निरंजित करो। समा जाओ माँ मज्जा में अभी, सभी चक्र तुम निरंजित करो। गणेशा स्वयं पूजे तुझको, गणेशा स्वयं पूजे तुझको। शरण में तेरी जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, जागो कुंडलिनी माँ। करो सब पे कृपा। जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। करो सब पे कृपा। करो सब पे कृपा।
So, keeping our eyes closed, let's just see, how am I feeling inside? We're not going to think about it, but just taking a moment to check. How do I feel? Was I able to achieve, even for a few moments, that state of silence, that state of meditation? Sometimes we'll feel a coolness on our hands, this energy starting to flow. Or if there's maybe an imbalance in one of the energy centers, we might feel heat in our hands or a body, maybe a tingle or something. So we don't need to worry, but we're just looking, just checking. How am I doing? So let's slowly open our eyes when we're ready. You can look at the ground or at the sky or just ahead, maintaining that state of silence, even with our eyes open. It's pretty cool. Something that we get to practice every day. And it's just the beginning. So we hope you enjoyed that a little bit. And before we start into the second meditation, where we go a little bit further into more affirmations with music, maybe Abhishek, you can share a little bit about the music that you're singing and how it helps with meditation.
Yeah, happy to. So, so the music that I'm going to be doing, the words are all in the Sanskrit language. And Sanskrit is the oldest, um, considered to be the oldest language. Um, and this language was actually discovered um, by people who were actually trying to pursue this path of yoga. So when they were in meditation, they would experience the rising of the Kundalini through the different energy centers, right? And the sound that the Kundalini made when it rose through different energy centers, that's how all the vowels and consonants of the Sanskrit language were created. And so when we either recite something in Sanskrit or when we sing something in Sanskrit, it has a very positive and nourishing effect on just our subtle system that Julia was describing earlier. And and with this awareness, um, this newfound awareness, right? As the Kundalini awakens, it gives us this awareness of energy. Um, we would really encourage you to also keep your hands open and see how your own energy responds to this music, um, right? And yeah, I've been kind of playing around with this for a few years now, trying to figure out, what's the best way to use music and to use these Sanskrit phrases to have a positive impact on our meditation. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you, and I hope you enjoy it.
Perfect. So let's get started. So again, we'll have our hands open on our lap. And if you're comfortable, we'll continue to keep our eyes closed. And I like to take a deep breath before I begin because it helps me to bring my attention inside. Make sure all the stress in the body relaxes. So let's take a few calming, slow, deep breaths, allowing any tension or stress to wash away. And here, Sahaja Yoga meditation is spontaneous, right? It's effortless. So we don't need to concentrate or focus too hard on anything. We relax into the meditation. We feel the connection to the elements, to the earth. And we feel the love flowing throughout us as we take time for ourselves. So let's place both hands on the earth, or if we're in a chair, towards the floor, asking the earth to absorb any imbalances that we've picked up throughout the day, any stress, any anger, any tension. We let it go. And we ask this energy within us to please nourish, us and help us to experience our meditation even more deeply. So we ask the Mother Earth to please bring us into balance. To please give us the innate wisdom of the truth. To please strengthen us so that we can be one with the whole, connected. So let's bring our hands back onto our lap with the palms facing upward, relaxed but open. Allowing our attention to rise above the top of the head. Again, whatever's comfortable. And so let's ask inside, I want to feel the true sense of innocence within me. Like a child, where I can find joy in every moment of the day. Where I can share love in every moment of the day. That sense of wonder and sparkle. Please give me innocence and wisdom. And as these qualities strengthen within us, we can find more beauty in the world.
सुमुखश्चैकदन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकः लम्बोदरश्च विकटो विघ्ननाशो गणाधिपा सुमुखश्चैकदन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकः लम्बोदरश्च विकटो विघ्ननाशो गणाधिपा धूम्रकेतुर्गणाध्यक्षो भालचन्द्रो गजानना वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय कोटिसूर्य समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा शुभकार्येषु सर्वदा शुभकार्येषु सर्वदा.
So now let's bring our right hand onto our stomach. This is the third energy center, or in Sanskrit, it's called the Nabi. And here is our sense of satisfaction and well-being, our true sense of peace. So in this moment, let's give ourselves permission to feel completely satisfied and at peace. I want to feel completely satisfied in myself, in who I am. I let go of any pressure, any thought of what I should be doing, what I need. And I choose to feel completely at peace in this moment.
शान्तकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशम् शान्तकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशम् विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गम् लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यम् वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् सर्वलोकैकनाथम् सर्वलोकैकनाथम्.
So in the silence of our peace, we'll bring our attention to our heart. Again, relaxing the breath feeling the stillness inside. Bringing our right hand onto our center heart. In this energy center, fear keeps us from feeling joy. Uncertainty in ourselves keeps us from expressing love to others. Insecurity keeps us from standing up for ourselves. So we let go of all fear. We let go of all insecurity. And we ask inside for this Kundalini energy to please nourish our heart so that we can feel joyful, and so that we can share this love with everyone we meet. Let's bring our hand back onto our lap. And again, we're just watching. How is my meditation? If we're having any trouble with any thoughts, let's place our right hand on our forehead. And here we can say, not this thought, not now. Now is the time for my meditation. And we let it go. Our thoughts can't dominate us. We have the capacity to go beyond them. Not this thought, not now. Let's bring our hand back onto our lap. Keeping our attention in that state of silence.
Om Sham 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 Om Ham Sham Buddham Sharanam Gacchami Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami Sangham Sharanam Gacchami Shriman Sharanam Gacchami Tureyavasi Nirvichara Omkar Namo Namaha Tureyavasi Nirvichara Omkar Namo Namaha Mahatahankar Mahatmanas Omkar Namo Namaha Omkar Namo Namaha Omkar Namo Namaha.
Let's bring our right hand back to the seventh energy center, the top of our head, allowing our attention to rise to this spot. Asking Mother Kundalini to please flow even stronger through this energy center, taking us further into our yoga, our union. So let's raise our hand a few inches again above the top of our head, continuing with our science experiment, and just watching. What do I feel? So let's keep our attention at this spot above everything as we bring our hand back onto our lap. And let's sit for a few moments in silent meditation, allowing this state to become even more settled. So again, we'll check inside, just like we did in the beginning, and see, how am I feeling right now? Do I feel more calm, more peaceful, more silent? Do I feel lighter? There's no right answer. We're just checking. How do I feel inside? So let's slowly open our eyes. And to conclude our meditation, we'll teach you one exercise, which we do usually at the beginning and the end of our meditations, where we give a protection so that this state that we've achieved, we can carry it on throughout the rest of our day. So we'll take our right and left hand. So our left hand at the base of the spine, it's called raising the Kundalini. And as we use our left hand to ask this energy to rise within us, we can take the right hand and encircle that with our love and desire, our action, and raise this energy up within us. And we'll tie one knot at the top of our head and bring our hands down. And we'll do this again a second time, bringing our attention up as we raise this energy, and we'll tie two knots. And then one last time, having the desire for this energy to rise even more, we raise our hands and tie three knots, allowing our attention to be fixed or knotted at the top of our head, like it was in meditation. Now we'll take our right hand, and at our left hip, we can raise above our head and over, and again back up and over, sort of like a shield or a protection, sort of in the shape of a rainbow. And this will cover ourselves with this love of this energy. And we'll do this 7 times. Once over and once back counts as 1. So that's 3. 4. 5. 6. And 7. And as we do it, it becomes sort of normal and easy. But we can, before we go out, if we want to just give ourselves a little bit of a boost and a protection with this energy, we can do this exercise. Or before going to bed, or maybe we're in a really tough situation, we can excuse ourselves and we can raise this energy. And just by doing that, we don't need to sit for an hour trying to meditate. Sometimes it just has that effect where the energy rises and we feel much better just by doing that exercise. So something to try. And if you aren't sure how to meditate, you can start by just doing that and then keeping your palms open, closing your eyes, and trying to feel relaxed and that silence inside. You don't need to do all of the music or all of the affirmations. It's really just as simple as finding that silence and peace. So we hope you enjoyed the session this evening with us. We are really grateful that you took your time to join us for Yoga Day, especially on Father's Day and Juneteenth. So very happy Father's Day to all of you and to Juneteenth as well. A little bit of information as we wrap up. So if you enjoyed this program and if you're interested in learning even more in depth about yoga and maybe a little bit more behind the science of, the 8 steps of yoga that we talked about earlier, please join us tomorrow, same time. we'll also have another program going even further into the music, the ragas, on Tuesday. So please join us then. And of course, there's so many more workshops and meditations. So if you're interested in other activities that we have planned for Yoga Day, you can check out our schedule. And that is at ussahajayoga.org/yoga day. So there's lots of Yoga Day sessions. Please check it out and share with anyone who might be interested. If you're, of course, unable to do that, or you're interested in more classes throughout the week and months, we have many in-person and online programs. So you can find more information at ussahajayoga.org. And really, I mean, all over the states, all over the country, this meditation practice is something offered worldwide, always free. So check it out. It's something that we hope you enjoy and find a lot of value in. We just touched the tip of the iceberg, so there's a lot more to learn and to enjoy. And of course, if you're interested in having us come to teach meditation classes at work or any of your organization, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can email us at contactus@sahajayoga.org. So again, thank you for joining. We hope that you had a great meditation. I did. I hope you did too. Yeah. Thank you for the music and the beautiful flute at the end. So all are blessed to you. And again, it was a pleasure to meditate with you today. So have a wonderful rest of your day.